Hey, good afternoon. So it's a rainy Saturday afternoon here, and I thought it was the perfect time to give you all an update. Firstly, I want to start by apologising if I haven't been in touch with each and every one of you individually during this COVID time. It's been a little bit crazy, hasn't it? I can't really put my finger on what's the crazy. It seems to have become our new norm, and I think that for me, I've really struggled with the not being able to travel part. As most of you know, it's a huge part of my life, and it's been really hard for me to not actually be able to get to Nepal. I was going regularly 3 times a year over the last couple of years, and I've really found it hard not being able to visit there at all. And it's since January that I haven't been able to go there, and a couple of trips that I had planned to get over there have obviously been rescheduled, and we don't know when that's going to be. I wanted to take this opportunity to give you an update because we're about to launch a new campaign. I wanted to explain a little bit to you about that before we made it public. And because each and every one of you have supported us directly and specifically with not only financial but heart and soul, and have backed us, I wanted to share with you what's going on over there. As you can imagine, Nepal has, like many countries, and I don't want to take away from the fact that each and every one of us, and I'm sure all of you included, have been impacted by COVID in some way. Some people have had hugely significant changes, and other people have had smaller changes, but each and every one of us have experienced change. I know from our properties in Italy, the challenge that we've had with them, not being able to rent them out, having our son at home from school, my husband not being able to work in the normal way that he does by traveling, and for me personally not being able to do a lot of the events that I do, a lot of the experiences that I take people on. So we know as a family, for us it's been huge, and for each and every one of you I imagine it's been a huge change too. And sometimes some of us are just coming to those changes right now and haven't actually had the significant impact prior to this moment. So I hope that each and every one of you is doing really well, the best that you can in the situation, and not letting the situation command your experience. In Nepal, they've had obviously significant changes. They have been in full lockdown and are still in lockdown right now, and they have lost all their tourism dollar. Of course, they've lost the season that is the peak season, March, April, and they are losing the current season, the one that's about to come up, September, October. So it's a huge income earner for them, and also a lot of their people are still overseas, who were in various labour roles around the world. Many of them have been sent home, many of them have been locked down in the country where they were, and a lot of them don't have an income. So this is a huge impact. It's also impacted significantly our project in Bardia. As you know, we had successfully fundraised all the money required to build our library and technology block, 2-story building. That is now on hold. Obviously, because of lockdown, none of the work was be able to continue. So we had done about a third of the work before lockdown came in, and that has been frozen. So that's stationary at the moment. The money's parked in the bank and the guys are not working on site. We had also raised the funds, around $7,000, to have all the materials necessary for Luke and his team, to the builders, to go over there in April and to complete renovation of all the old classrooms, the 10 old classrooms that needed to be renovated. That work, we managed to get some of it, the preliminary work, done by the local Nepalese before lockdown. So that's there, but of course the builder's trip is on hold. Why am I telling you all of this? Because there's been some changes. Obviously, you know, the school has been operating for a number of years, around 17 years independently. So they were financially independent. They charged a little bit of fees for the students to come there, and they were able to then use those fees to fund teacher salaries, electricity, etc. They didn't need our help to fund the operations. But as a result of COVID, what that has meant is that there are no school fees coming into the school. The business of the school had taken out some loans, and those loans are with the bank, some of them with the bank and some of us with the village community. And the land title of the school buildings, of the school land, that the original school was built on, is held by the bank as collateral against that loan. Now, with no income coming to the school, what that means is that the interest payments are unable to be paid. So as a team here, we are a team of 6 that are working together every week, making the decisions for Bright Futures of Bardia. And we as a team have decided that some of the funds that we had allocated for the building of the library block, we have used to pay several months of the interest repayments on the loan, so that the bank cannot take ownership of the school land, because that would be obviously devastating. It's a huge decision for us to make. It's not the line that we had taken. However, we recognise the fact that that is really important to save the school. We had purchased new land with the funds raised and built our new buildings on that land, as well as a new toilet block on that land. So none of that is at risk. What is potentially at risk, and we want to protect that and do everything that we can to protect that, so that when it does reopen, the kids can all go back to the school, because 550 kids attend the school. And that's a huge number of kids. We want to make sure that they can go back to that, and that this asset stays with the community. So what we've done is we have financed the interest to be paid on the loans, and we've done that, so the assets are totally safe. We felt that that was a necessary decision. What we are also currently in the process of valuing is the real value of the actual land that the original school buildings were built on. Once we have that, we're very close to having that. Once we have that, our anticipation is that we will make an offer to buy that land. As the NGO, Bright Futures of Bardia in Nepal, we intend to purchase that land to make sure it comes into ownership. Those loans are paid off with the amount of money that we raised to purchase the land. There's no debt. No debt would be then held with the bank. So we are certain that those assets will be retained as a school. And then we will continue our process of fundraising beyond that, in order to complete the building of the library and fund teacher programs and the health programs and all the other things that we have in our sites to complete. So what the process is, once we have the final numbers, I'm going to let you all know. We will need your help. We We have some money available that was going to the library. We'll be able to use that as part of the money. We'll have the actual figures to you very soon, within the next couple of weeks. But I wanted to let you know that we've made that decision, and I really hope that you are understanding of the fact that currently the library and technology block are on hold. We really need to save this school for the community. So that's the plan. And we're going to reach out to you. And because I know you've been so incredibly supportive, up to date, we hope that you will continue to support us. And also, if any of you have any people or any skill set when it comes to communications, we are in desperate need of someone to help us to do communications, to make a communication strategy, to find some resources. If people may or may not have money to assist, but if you have time, that you can help us with social media campaign, with communications, with contacts, with press, anything like that. We need to update our website, get some more information on that. I've got a lot of footage. We've got a lot of photos. We're working together with a couple of fabulous women also from the US who are going to be busy raising money for the health post, because obviously they've also had a lot of challenges now. There's a lot of restricted access. People can't get to hospitals as easily. Transport has been stopped. They had all their government offices closed, all the banks closed. So the situation has significantly changed. And although here in Australia and in the US, many of us have taken a hit of some sort, most of us, and I'm not making assumption here, so please don't hold this against me. Most of us have a little bit of a buffer, and we're able to continue at least somehow to earn some money. We have the government supporting with JobKeeper, JobSeeker, some of the tax incentives. it could be bad, it could be it could be worse, it could be better. I'm not here to make any political statement or talk about that, but we have had some support, and we have some support available to us. In Nepal, they do not. If I had the money in my bank to go and purchase stuff there, I looked into even purchasing land myself in my own personal name to be able to do this, and I cannot. So it needs to be the NGO. We can't do it alone. We need your help. So I wanted to update you. I want to say thank you. I want to say I hope that you can support us going forward, and I wanted to wish you all a magnificent weekend. I hope that things in your family, with your friends and with your community are the best that they can be. And I look forward to hearing from you. Please reply to our email or send me a personal message on Facebook, or call me, or call any one of us to support us to get this done. We are 100% committed to this community. We are 100% committed to these children. The last thing we want is for the statistics of trafficking, the statistics that are already so horrific, the last thing we want is for them to increase. So we really hope that you can support us to keep these kids in education, to protect the school, and to continue to grow this community so that they have the resources, they have the capacities, they have the skills to then carry this on for the future, for the next generation and beyond. Thank you so much. I wish you an absolutely magnificent afternoon, and I hope to be in touch with all of you very soon. Thank you.